Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with Alliance War Season 19, Episode 2. As you can see, we have Archangel, Thing, and Quake with us today, and fun fact, we're only going to be using 2 of these champions. We'll go over that later. Up first, we are on Path 4, we have this Elsa Bloodstone. We have Steady Build Up Fury, which means that if we get 3 debuffs on ourselves, they're going to have 100% increased defensive ability accuracy, and there's also Long Distance Relationship as well, alright? So, the Long Distance Relationship, I actually like that a lot, okay? That means that I'm going to be healing from willpower, pretty much. Now, I chose to go with Archangel here because I was originally going to go with Omega Red, but I didn't currently have my Suicide Masteries on because I just placed the defense and we were doing something in Alliance War. So I decided just to go with Archangel, alright? And Archangel's great. I have my Archangel at rank 5. I love my Archangel. And as you can see, he's just completely melting this Elsa Bloodstone. I believe this is a rank 2 Elsa, and now I have that long distance relationship on me. And at this point, I'm just going to block the entire special 1, take a right on the block, because I'm literally still healing from willpower, and in Alliance where you always want to get through the fights as safe as possible. That's pretty much the goal. You just want to get the win. You don't want it to be too flashy. You just want to get through it, and that was the safest way to do that, and I ended the fight at 100% health. Up next, we're taking the shared mini-boss, this Void, and this is also a 6-star rank 2 Void, and this has a couple nodes here. Steady Build Up Fury, same thing. Also heavy hitter, so heavy attacks are not interrupted, and also power alternator. So every 15 seconds, if I have more power than Void, he's gonna get my power, we're gonna switch, yada yada yada, alright? Basically, it's kind of a normal Void fight, alright? If we mess up and he somehow gets 3 debuffs on us, well, then we're going to be in trouble. So we just really want to avoid that happening, and we just want to pretty much parry heavy, bait a couple hits on the block to get a couple poisons, and just fight this Void like normal. Now keep in mind that heavy, whatever it's called, heavy hand, where you can't interrupt their heavy attack, because that comes back a little bit later, alright? So when you fight Void, you always have to do your combos in multiples of 10 to get rid of those debuffs. You know how to fight Void, right? So at this point, we have 2 neurotoxins on. There's also a poison and a bleed. And we're just going to take this entire special attack on the block, and I'll tell you why. It's because Void is a hashtag defensive champion, and this is the stubborn global. So that means if I were to dex any of his basic attacks or his special attacks, he's going to get a indestructible on him, all right? That I can only get rid of when I block, and that's something I don't really want to deal with. Just like here. So now I'm going to block. I got the block off right before that. And now watch this. Watch this. Ready? Forgot about the heavy-handed. I tossed off the special 2 after baiting its heavy attack. Ate a little combo to the face. Not the biggest deal in the world. It did cost me a potion, which is a little bit annoying. Not something that I wanted to do. But we're just going to toss the special 1 into his block. Just so he doesn't toss his special. Go indestructible. You know how it is. Clean fight for the most part. If that's the only mistake I make this war, I'll take it. That's a pretty good place to be in. So up next, we're actually going to go on Path 4 in Section 2 as well. We have a rank 3 Stealth Spider-Man. Really great rank up decision, my man. Great Stealth Spidey. I love that guy. And we're going to be going with Archangel as well. We have Spry. So we're going to get a debuff, fatigue debuff whenever he passively evades. And we're also... what's the other node here? I forget the other node, but it just popped up on the screen. We're going to toss on a little boost because we have a Thing versus Sym Supreme fight next, and I'm not running suicides, and Thing doesn't always hit too hard. Just gonna toss on a 10% boost here just because this is a rank 3, alright? Oh, I remember the node. It's the one where I have 3 debuffs on myself. He's gonna go unblockable. This is where I fought that Havoc last war. But here, we got the evade there. I usually like to get the evade where I do like a medium attack after their heavy attack, but this time I just went for the heavy attack, and he did evade the second part of it, alright? We already have 3 neurotoxins on, and it's kind of looking like I wasted that 10% boost at this point because he's already pretty much half dead, man. He's got 3 neuros on. I'm just blocking really hard the entire time, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I just want to avoid baiting any special attacks. Not because they're hard to evade, it's just because there's always a possibility of slipping up, and you don't want that to happen, and yada yada yada. And we finished that fight with almost 100% health. And yeah, man, that's pretty much all there is to it. Up next, we have a Symbiote Supreme, and Steady Builds Up Unblockable, same thing, and also Crumbling Armor, and Stubborn. So Symbiote Supreme is also hashtag defensive, I believe. I could be wrong. But either way, I was playing this fight as if he was. I actually don't think he was, but I was playing this fight as if he was. Now, Thing is such a great option for Symbiote Supreme for a lot of reasons, and especially on this node. Well, number one, he can't be nullified, alright? So all of his unstoppable buffs, they can't be nullified. You don't have to worry about that. The crumbling armor node on this node, you don't have to worry about that either because Thing is immune to armor break. So all around, Thing is the number one clear best option for the Symbiote Supreme. There's no arguing that. There's no arguing that. Now, here's the thing. Back on the old war map, I've come very close to like timing out with Thing against like a Symbiote Supreme mini boss on more than one occasion where I came down to like the last 30 seconds, and that was when I was playing him very aggressively and like building passive furies. But now that the timer is 5 minutes, I'm just gonna be as safe as humanly possible, man. Like I said earlier, Alliance War is not about being flashy and like flexing your skills. It's about getting through your fights with a full attack bonus without slipping up too much to conserve potions and just play safe, alright? This isn't the place to be flashy at all. So I could toss off a special 3, and I could be throwing my heavy attacks, and I could be doing a lot more damage in a shorter amount of time, but it's just so simple. I'm gonna parry, medium, light, and back off, and then parry again. And if he tosses a special 1, well, I can dex it freely if I want to, because I'm not gonna get any nullified damage, alright, from this guy. So he's down to 10% here, and he got up to a special 2, and you know I gotta flex that special 2 evade just like I did in the beginning of the video. But yeah, dude, we're gonna do one more medium attack and then knock off a special 3. This fight would have went a lot faster if A, I was running suicides, and B, I tossed off 1 or 2 more special 3s and just banked those passive furies, or if I had Human Torch with me for that synergy as well. So yeah, dude, those are my 4 fights from this war. They were all really clean, aside from that one little bit in the Void fight. I wouldn't change a thing. It all went really well, I think. So funny story, you see that thing mini boss up there? I was originally supposed to take him with my Quake, and I got up to him, and I thought for a second, wait a minute, this is the stubborn global, and Thing is #defensive. So I was like, all right, so I have to do heavy parry. And then I read the nodes, and the node said kinetic transference. So kinetic transference is when you block an attack, and then the opponent gains power. So obviously, I couldn't take that fight. I did a lot of duels with Quake versus Thing. You know, I got some just going heavy only, like Munash, and I did like 5 or 6 duels, and we ended up giving it to someone else with Omega Red to take the fight. And I don't remember if he soloed or not, but regardless, so we totally forgot about the stubborn and the kinetic transference back then, but that fight could be taken with Quake if you go heavy only, but I did not do that this war. But anyway, let's jump over to the power rating here. Alright, so war number 2 against ISO 8A. We actually did end up losing this war in the end, but I now have 10 kills and still only 2 deaths. Those 2 deaths are still bugging me from the last war, man. Just because they could have been avoided. I feel like they should have been 11 kills and 2 deaths is what it should, 11 kills and 0 deaths, or at least just 1 death right now. That's what I think it should be, or it could be, but of course mistakes happen, and we learn from those mistakes, and we're not going to make them again, right? So solo rate, 83%. Nice. Adjusted difficulty rate, 13.77, that went up. Solo rate bonus, minus 0.11, that went down. I think that's a good thing. Power rating, 9.27, I believe that always goes up. True difficulty rating per fight, 1.13, that went down. Make of that what you will. And my power rating rank in BG104 Loki is still 7th place. Up next, we are facing the new Avengers 2, or the Alliance Tag 211. And that video will be coming out shortly as well. I believe I have 4 fights in that war, I believe, unless I take any more, but I'm done with my fights in that war when I'm filming this video. I'm filming this video way after the second war, but right now, for Loki on the season is 1-1. I feel like I should put that in somewhere. Let's do like this. Let's do like for Loki record, and I'll do 1-1. Kills, deaths, right? We know what that means, right? For Loki record, wins, losses. Yeah, dudes, Dudes, that's pretty much gonna be it, man. I felt really good with that war. I took the same path 4 in section 2 wars in a row, and the more you take these fights, the more comfortable you get with the nodes, and that's just pretty much the process everybody has to go through right now. So if you're in an alliance who's struggling with the new map, or struggling with new like AQ modifiers, or new global nodes in AW, just know that everybody's in the same boat. Everybody in the top 10 of Alliance War, through the top 500, top 30 in AQ, and also top 300 in AQ as well. Everybody in every alliance is going through the new motions together. So don't feel bad if you're struggle busing right now, because every alliance is going through it and every player is going through it. You know, we kind of just got thrown to the wolves with these new modifiers and with these new nodes and Alliance War without too much interaction with them prior. So don't feel bad if you're not soloing every single fight right out of the gate. You're gonna get there, all right? You're gonna get there. All right, my dudes, that's gonna be it for Alliance War Season 19, Episode 2. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do me a favor and leave your boy a like. Comment what you think about these fights in the comment section below, and subscribe if you want to see some more 4 Loki War videos coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you around.